Hello students, hope you are doing well. So yesterday we started with the chapter 3, respiration in organisms, and we have learned about what is respiration, what is external respiration, what is internal respiration, and we have started with the topic human respiratory system. Now today we are going to start with breathing in humans. I hope you have done homework that I gave you yesterday. I gave you 2 questions. I hope you have done. Now today we start with breathing in humans. Diaphragm and intercostal muscles that lie between the ribs are known as intercostal muscles. Help us to breathe in and out. Now what is diaphragm first? Yesterday I told you diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscular structure that separates rib cage from abdomen. Abdomen is the part of the body below the chest. So abdomen and the chest cavity is separated by the diaphragm. What is diaphragm? Diaphragm is a muscular structure. Now while breathing in, the diaphragm contracts and move downwards. At the same time, the intercostal muscles contract, which moves the rib cage up and outwards. When you breathe in, your chest cavity area increases, and you breathe out, it decreases. These movements of diaphragm and rib cage increases the volume of the chest cavity. This causes air pressure to reduce inside the cavity, and the air from outside is drawn into the cavity. As you can see in this diagram here, this is diaphragm, this is dome-shaped muscular structure. Can you see? Now when we breathe in, this line, you can see this semicircular structure here, this is called diaphragm. When you breathe in, the air is filled in the lungs, and this diaphragm moves outwards. Okay, and when we breathe out, this diaphragms contract and the air goes out. Can you see this arrow? And the diaphragm here goes to this shape. Now while breathing out, exhalation, the diaphragm and intercostal muscles relax. This moves the ribcage downward and the diaphragm upwards. These movements decrease the volume of chest cavity, that increases the air pressure inside the cavity. This causes the air in lungs to move out. Now what is breathing rate? Breathing rate can be defined as the number of times we inhale. 1 minute में हम कितनी बार breathe करते हैं, that is known as the breathing rate. Breathe करते हैं, that means दोनों काउंट होंगे, एक्सेल एंड इनहेल. हम कितनी बार सांस ले रहे हैं, कितनी बार सांस छोड़ रहे हैं, वो 1 मिनट में जितनी बार भी होगा, दैट इज नोन एज द ब्रीदिंग रेट. ब्रीदिंग रेट इंक्रीजेज वाइल डूइंग फिजिकल एक्टिविटी. जब आप रन कर रहे होते हो, स्किपिंग कर रहे होते हो, साइकिलिंग कर रहे होते हो, आप ज़ोर ज़ोर से सांस लेते हो, दैट मीन्स योर ब्रीदिंग रेट इज इंक्रीजिंग. एंड योर ब्रीदिंग रेट डिक्रीजेज when you are relaxing, when you are sleeping. You breathe less as compared to when you breathe when you are doing cycling. So the average breathing rate of a person who is at rest is 15 to 20 per minute. Now here is activity given. Count the number of times you breathe in a minute in the following situations. While at rest, you have to count in 1 minute how many times you have breathed. Now after walking for 2 minutes, walk for 2 minutes, again count your breath rate. Now after running for 2 minutes, now after running for 5 minutes, you have to do it on your own. This is activity given here. You have to take a stopwatch, or there is a stopwatch in your cell phones also, so you can use that and just write it down here, your breathing rate. Now record your observation. You will find that the rate of breathing is high after running for 5 minutes. Obviously when you are running for 2 minutes, your breathing rate will increase, but when you run for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, your breathing rate will go higher. Now why? What happens? What will be the reason for the increased breathing rate? What is the relation between energy requirement and breathing rate? If you are running, if you are skipping, if you are cycling, you are doing any physical activity, you need more oxygen. That's why you breathe fast. Now coming on to the next page. Here is given composition of inhaled and exhaled air. Now you know the air what we breathe has oxygen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen also. Now the increased amount of, now you can do this table on your own. Here table is given. Inhaled air contains more oxygen than exhaled air. In carbon dioxide, exhaled air contains more carbon dioxide than inhaled air. Nitrogen percentage is given 79%. The amount of nitrogen is the same in the inhaled and exhaled air. Now the increased amount of carbon dioxide turns lime water milky. You can do this activity, it's very interesting. When you take a lime water in any cup or a beaker and just try to blow, when we exhale, what gas comes out? It's CO2. This CO2 turns that lime water milky. Okay, just do this exercise activity at home. Now the increased amount of carbon dioxide turns lime water milky. Now I am going to explain you how exchange of gases takes place. During inhalation, oxygen rich air, जब हम inhale करते हैं, गैस अंदर लेते हैं, breathe in करते हैं, हम ऑक्सीजन ले रहे हैं. ऑक्सीजन रिच एयर passes through the nasal cavity, और वो एयर कहाँ से पास होती है? हमारे नोज से. From nasal cavity, pharynx and trachea, then into the alveoli. Now this air has more oxygen than the present in the body, arriving in the blood vessels around the alveoli. हम बार बार breathe करते जाते हैं. That means we are continuously taking oxygen inside, and same time we are just removing carbon dioxide from body by exhaling. जैसे जैसे हम ब्रीथ करते हैं वो ऑक्सीजन हमारे सेल्स तक कौन पहुंचा रहा है? ब्लड. वो सेल्स यूटिलाइज करते हैं, जो मैंने कल बताया था रेस्पिरेशन में. ग्लूकोज इज ब्रोकन डाउन इनटू वाटर, CO2 एंड एनर्जी, और वो एनर्जी हम यूटिलाइज करते हैं वेरियस वर्क्स करने में. Now this is because of oxygen from the blood has been used by during respiration in the cells. Therefore oxygen diffuses from the air in the alveoli to the blood. However, the blood contains more carbon dioxide than the air in the alveoli because it carries carbon dioxide produced during the respiration of the cells. सेल वो ऑक्सीजन यूटिलाइज करता जाता है और हमें और ऑक्सीजन की ज़रूरत पड़ती, चाहे हम उस when we are sleeping, when we are dancing, when we are watching TV, continuously we need oxygen to survive. You cannot live without oxygen. You can live without food for 8 to 10 hours, but you cannot live without oxygen, because oxygen is necessary. Why oxygen is necessary? Because with the help of oxygen we are breaking this glucose and making energy out of it. And this exchange of gases takes place in lungs. What is present in the lungs? Alveoli. And that alveoli are supplied with blood capillaries, and this blood carries oxygen from lungs to the cells, and from cells to lungs they carry CO2 also.